Hey, welcome again to Sonax Australia. We've just in a previous video given this Perina a really nice wash. If you want to learn more about that, watch that video. Now we actually want to give it a quick polish, and Sonax has got a really interesting lineup of 3 different polishes, hand polishes, to do this job, and we want to try those 3 out and then come to a conclusion which one we're going to use for the whole car. We will also introduce you to the use of a clay bar. That's a very, very useful tool. We have 2 different kind of applicators. You choose which one you want to use then, and then we've got here our final finishing cloth. So let's get to it. So let's get started with Sonax Extreme Brilliant Wax 1. It's got a very small polish effect but maximum wax effect. We're gonna use as an applicator the Sonax P-Ball. It's a really nice tool, it's really soft in your hand and a perfect sponge for it. Always shake the bottle really well. And then a small dirt on here. And let's see, it comes out really nicely. And let's see what it does here on the vehicle. So this is just wax. It is important to note that we have actually an overcast day today, and this engine hood is cool to the touch. So these are actually perfect conditions. If it's a hot day, you have to do that in the shaded area. So this is what the wax does. And then I'm going to give it a bit of a wipe. The wax has disappeared. You can see the reflections of the cloud beautifully, so we have a really good surface here. Let's try polish number 2, what it does in comparison. You can see it's got more of a polishing effect, a little bit less of a wax effect. So it's right in the smack in the middle and probably quite suitable for a car this age. So we can see is a bit more polishing action, but also waxy. So now we're at Sonax Extreme Polish and Wax 3. Now here, maximum polishing effect and very little wax. So if you would use Polish and Wax 3, always follow it up with Wax 1. I am using a different applicator this time, just to give you a demo. This is a little bit cheaper applicator, works for all kind of different purposes, and but also works really well for the polishing action. Let's try this right here. Now you can see this is really for older and faded paintwork. This is what this car doesn't have. It's same here, very easy wipe off and already done. One thing that is very important for the success of that polishing work is if you have that kind of a rough surface like what we've got here on the roof, a lot of dust has been like burned in with the sun, and there's some other small nips and dirt. You have to remove that. It's very hard to polish out. It will take too long time. It's actually impossible to get it out. That's why we use the clay bar. I'm going to give you a quick demo also how to use the clay bar. So this is the clay bar from Sonax. It's a 200 gram piece, so very fine clay bar. It doesn't leave any scratches if you use it on a clean surface. It's a generous 200 gram piece, and here are very good instructions again, you know, how to use the clay bar in English and in German. There are the instructions. So what we're gonna do in order to protect this clay bar and maybe reuse it later, I'm gonna cut this cellophane open here with the scissor and get the clay bar out of here, because it will get sticky after a while. Here's the clay bar. That's it. So you can mold it. It's nice and soft. It's actually really nice to work with, and it's a nice generous good piece. And with this clay bar and Sonax clear glass as a lubrication, we're gonna remove all this dirt from the surface of the paint. With the clay bar, we will now remove contaminants and embedded dirt, and we lubricate a little bit with the clear glass, and then we slide the clay bar in one direction, and not in circular, like in one direction, and you can feel it how it picks up everything from the surface and how that surface is super smooth afterwards. So now you can feel it's no longer rough, it's very smooth, and it's a perfect preparation for the polishing we want to do. So thank you for watching. You will find all the product at sonax.com.au, and just check in the link and keep on following us, and we will come up with some more interesting videos how to do car care and car maintenance easier.